right, fans, so we got Anderson Silva versus Jake Paul. How do you think Anderson Silva could win? Well, let me tell you guys this. I believe Anderson Silva could win in this way. He has to stay on the outside. He has to be able to pick his shots. He has to be able to throw his jab, follow up with a good power shot, couple of hooks, try his best to keep him moving. Because one, Jake Paul does not have that stamina. He does get tired. He's not too familiar with that later rounds. He's been in the later rounds, but he's never been in the later rounds with a high level striker. He's never been in the later rounds with somebody that's trying to jab his face off, that's trying to just power punch his face off, throwing hooks, throwing shots from all different angles, moving around left and right, making Jake Paul chase him, making him chase him, making him follow him. Be Anderson Silva, be on that back foot as much as he possibly can and try to stay away from that power shot. He might get landed. Anderson Silva can take a shot, but you still don't want to chance that. You don't want to chance it because unfortunately, your ability to take shots does kind of dwindle as you get older, and Anderson Silva is getting older. He's 47, 48, around that age frame. So that's my opinion on how I believe he can actually win. He has to not try to make it a dogfight, not try to go in there and just try to outslug it. He needs to be smart. He needs to go in there, jab straight, move around, make it very frustrating for Jake. Make it almost impossible to land. Because I know Anderson Silva, he likes to play that game a little bit. He likes to play that little mind trick of lean on the ropes, try to duck and dodge and move. We seen what happened when he went against Chris Weidman. Put his hands down, thinking that you can't hurt me, and then bam, what happened? He got clipped. If he tries to do that, he is going to get clipped, and Jake Paul does got power. He has nasty power that can put Anderson Silva's lights out. So Anderson Silva cannot do that. He cannot, 100% cannot. He has to play a smart fight. He has to be able to go in there, jab Jake Paul, make it very frustrating for Jake Paul, make Jake Paul chase him, make Jake Paul follow him around. Use your speed, use that long reach that you got. Because again, he is older. Anderson Silva is older. But again, he is a young 47. He's never really went through that many wars in his UFC career. But he has to be able to play it smart. He cannot lose his cool. He cannot try to clown Jake Paul, because I promise you, Jake Paul will take advantage of that. So this is a very, very tough task for Jake Paul. Anderson Silva, it can be a tough task if he does not take it serious. He has to take it serious. Because regardless of what you want to look at Jake Paul, whether he was with Disney, whether he was with he's a YouTube star, he still can be dangerous and he still can crack. We cannot forget and we cannot overlook that fight he had with Tyron Woodley and knocking him out. No one's ever done that. No one's even come close to doing that in the MMA world. And now Jake Paul did that with very little training. The guy's only had a couple of years of training max. So if Anderson Silva clowns, if Anderson Silva decides to not take Jake Paul any serious, then it could be very, very a very dangerous game for Anderson Silva. That's just my personal opinion, guys. Anderson Silva has to take this serious. Anderson Silva has to play things smart. Anderson Silva has to use his jab, use his power, use his footwork to frustrate Jake Paul, to make Jake Paul chase him, and to go into a decision. Do I see a possible knockout? Possibly, but I never put too much onto Anderson Silva's hands and his power. It could happen, and I would not be surprised, but I feel like this was going to go into a unanimous decision for Jake Paul, for Anderson Silva, if he sticks to that game plan. That's just my personal opinion. I would like to know what your guys' opinion is. Let me know in the comments, guys. Like, subscribe, hit that notification button, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.